What's up everyone and welcome back to the Werf Reactions. My name is Wolfie and I'm feeling a little bit stressed out and distraught because issue number 23 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comic series came out today and we're going to be taking a look at that right frickin' now. Let's go! Alright, so if you have not seen my comic reviews before, here's how it normally goes. First I read the books back to you in an overly dramatic fashion, then I tell you guys what I liked, what I didn't like, and then I give it a score. Before we get into that, I'd like you guys just real quick, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already for more comic videos like this one. Also, if you guys are feeling really generous, you don't have to, but maybe consider becoming a patron to my Patreon at Werewolf Wolfie. Maybe check that out sometime. Every little bit helps, especially considering that YouTube might be coming for me with the whole COPPA thing. You know, Wolfie might go missing here soon. But enough depressing things. We've got more depressing things to get to, like the actual book at hand. Let's get into it, shall we? Our book once again opens up with a map drawn by Cream. And this one doesn't really update itself considering this takes place around the same time as the last issue. So without further delay, let's get into the actual story. Our story begins with Sonic on the run, speaking with Tails as we heard earlier on the intercom in the previous issue. Yo Tails, you there? I'm here, where are you? I'm not far outside of Barricade Town. Everything going well on your end? Yes, and very much no. The data from the bioscanner I gave you is coming in perfectly. On the other hand, Eggman hit Central City with the metal virus before we got into town. Yikes, hang tight. I'll make a U-turn and be there soon. No, you keep running. We may need your speed data. It may be the only key to finding a cure. Plus, it'll be a backup in case something happens on my end. Gotcha. Still, stay safe. Thanks, I should be fine. I've got to let you go, Sonic. Sure thing. You go be brilliant. I'll try. And now I'm on my own again. Usually doesn't feel this lonely. There's Barricade Town. Seems like yesterday Knuckles and I were busting Rough and Tumble's extortion racket. Now those mooks are Zombots at the bottom of a mine. Hopefully the town is... Nope, looks like it fell to the metal virus too. Should I check for survivors? And do what, smart guy? You can't carry them to safety. And if a Zombot gets a lucky hit on Tails' gizmo, we lose on all the data. So which is right? Risking it all to save maybe one person? Or keep on running to save everyone? Wait a minute, is that... Eggman! Now trying frequency 141.12. Zombots, this is your master speaking. Everyone, I don't know, look east. Now trying frequency 141.13. This is so tedious. I should have rigged an automated version to play from the face ship. Wideband broadcasts have had no effect. We agreed a tight band localized attempt was the best next step. Don't get passive aggressive with me. If you're going to ride my coattails, then you better have my back. All I'm saying, sir, is that in hindsight, it would have been smart to have a failsafe for the metal virus mutating beyond your control. Is it really my fault that my creations exceed my expectations? Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. What about your special gemstone? The warp topaz? Indeed, we were able to warp space-time to create portals with just a small electrical charge. Imagine what I could do if I hooked it up to the Chaos Emeralds aboard the face ship. Absolutely not. When I found it, the warp topaz responded strongly to even the most passive of energy waves. In my early experiments, anything above a light-controlled charge resulted in extreme reality alteration. It can be a useful tool when used properly, but what you're proposing is exceedingly dangerous. It'll be fine. We just have to be cautious. Cautious? Cautious? You are anything but cautious. You've yet to inoculate us to the metal virus. And that's when Eggman decides to drop the bomb on him. Ha! Shows what you know. There is no vaccine. But how are you going to protect us from the infection? By not touching the Zombots, duh. What if there was a spill on the face ship, or a mishap in the field, or it mutates and becomes airborne? You've exceeded my threshold for nitpicking, Doctor. It's not nitpicking, it's common sense. You'll shut your bill, or I'll staple it shut. And just when you think the situation has reached boiling point with Eggman and Starline, Sonic shows up. Aw, is the honeymoon over already? Ho 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 ho! If it isn't patient zero. Have you enjoyed watching my unbeatable plan unfold? For once, I'm gonna skip the banner. You're going to tell me, right here, right now, why did you do it? What? I've been trying to take over the world for years. You know that. You've been underfoot the entire time. I mean, going back to the mad scientist shtick. Sure, Dr. Fashion Disaster over there gave you back your memories, but you chose to go back to your old ways. What was wrong with being like Mr. Tinkerer? That's not who I am. Not be him, be like him. And this is when we get a closer glimpse into Eggman's psyche, if only for a little bit. Oh what, you want me to be a charitable goody two-shoes, fixing doorknobs and building toys? Living on grateful smiles, listening to children's laughter day in and day out? Making things people need and use? And this panel right here showcases something I wasn't really expecting from Eggman. He pauses for a little bit. He almost looks concerned? Or maybe there's something else there. Maybe deep down in the darkest depths of this man's mind, he does feel something. Something more. Maybe Mr. Tinkerer lives on a little bit inside of him. But then Eggman goes back to his usual. Ah, that life was relaxing, but I'm doing something better. I'm bringing peace and unity to the world, and providing it with my brilliant guidance. No, you're not. Agree to disagree. You know we're not that different, you and I. We both have our own styles that we won't change. By the way, there's your Sonic Adventure Open Your Heart reference, for future reference. Yeah, but yours is evil and mine's not. Again, agree to disagree. I'm running out of time, and I'm totally out of patience. You're going to reverse the metal virus or else. Or else what? You can't stop me. No one can. The metal virus's infection has spread exponentially. I couldn't stop it even if I wanted to. All that's left is to find a way to command the Zombots, and then I will finally rule the world. Fine. Tails will handle it, and I'll handle you. One last battle before you're my Zombot slave. One last butt kicking before we lock you away forever. While Sonic and Eggman engage over the village, Starline is left to his thoughts. Here it is, the scene I've dreamed of seeing firsthand, and all I feel is apathy. Neo Metal Sonic nearly succeeded in reviving the Eggman Empire, but he acted too brashly. He thought overwhelming power would win the day without a proper plan. I thought it was because he had been designed as a counter to Sonic, a ballistic missile with a built-in grudge. But the first biodata he downloaded was Eggman's, and here we are, seeing the exact same brute force strategy. I got lost in the pageantry, in his showmanship. I was inspired by Eggman's legend. The man simply doesn't measure up. And right there, finally we're starting to see all the cards coming down. Seems Starline is no longer idolizing Eggman the way he used to anyway. You can't run forever, rodent. You'll tire eventually, and then my virus will take hold. If you're so proud of it, why don't you try it? Ah! Don't touch me! Ah! Talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. Eggman and Sonic find themselves surrounded by a bunch of Zombots now closing in on them. Sure would be nice if you had a cure handy, huh? Stay back! I command you! But just as they're about to strike, they all lunge for Sonic instead of Eggman. That worked? No, I found an effective command signal. Maybe I won't have to use my own plans after all. But then, what will you learn from this? Excellent work! Now upload that frequency to the face ship so I can command the Zombots of the world. No! With one last ditch attempt, Sonic breaks free from the Zombot horde, colliding right into Eggman's Eggmobile, destroying his only means of escape. No, Zombot army, for you. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up! Higher, faster! There's too much weight! Again, the situation keeps getting worse and worse for Sonic, Eggman, and Starline, as Starline now crashes his tiny ship. Sonic, you idiot! Now nobody can control the Zombots. They'll destroy my factories along with everything else. Gee, darn, better work on a cure, huh? Never! I'll pave over the hordes if I have to. As dubious as that plan sounds, I suggest we try something else first. Let's retreat for now. This is a Pyrrhic victory, Sonic. I've already won the war. You're just too stubborn to admit you've lost. Back on the face ship, many miles away. Oh, my aching head. I hate that Hedgehog. I'm sorry to say the upload failed, sir. I'm afraid that in all the commotion I didn't memorize the working frequency. I do recall the range though, so we can start from meh, why bother? Excuse me? It's too risky to use it at a close range. And besides, the metal virus is most likely already adapting to resist it. I'm not going through that tedium again just for it not to work. Then, what do we do next? First, I enjoy infecting wherever we are, Orbot. Spiral Hill Village, sir. The metal virus has already been deployed. Excellent. After that, I don't know, I'll think of something. And with that last panel, Starline looks to be fed up with everything. Back at the infected village. Oh man, I did exactly what Tails warned me not to do. I didn't protect the data reader, I haven't been able to protect my friends, and I put my faith in the idea that everyone has a little good in them, and Eggman's made me pay for it every day. Sonic is suffering with this last few panels. We could see it on his face, his eyes, he is tired. And we could just, it's sad just to see Sonic on his last leg like this. He's quickly running out of time, and he's only going to get more tired as the comics wear on. What's going to happen to him? Before the metal virus can fully take hold, Sonic takes off in the opposite direction. But I can't give up. I've got to protect my friends who are still safe. I've got to find a way to save the ones who got infected. I've screwed up a lot, but I still have time to make things right. I feel like I'm gonna collapse. Is this what everyone feels like after a run? Sonic, it's Amy. Are you there? I'm here. On the run. What's up? Listen, Sonic, it's bad. Restoration base has fallen. Zombot's destroyed Tails' lab. We're on our way to Tangle's hometown to evacuate it. Can you help? Yeah, of course. I'm on my way. Man, oh man. I guess the good news is things officially can't get any worse. And with that, Sonic takes off, heading towards Tangle's hometown. If you look in the background, it's looking kinda dark out there, ain't it? Meanwhile, on the hidden world of Lost Hex. We have been tested, Master Zik. Eggman used us as his enforcers. Sonic humiliated us in battle. This will not go unanswered. But vengeance must be exact. It was wise of you to have us bide our time, letting our hatred and our anger fester. And now our patience is paid off. Dr. Starline. Zavok? You've returned sooner than I anticipated. Yes, well, today's events have cemented the fact that your abilities are needed. You can exert your will over machines, correct? I thought you might need a demonstration. And then Zavok does that thing he does, or should I say, the thing that Zeddies do. Whether it's one robot or 100, the Deadly Six and I can command them all. We are all very eager to see Eggman again. When can we begin to serve him? Very soon. I just need to do some last-minute preparations on my end. We shall wait with bated breath. I'll be in touch. The naive fool has no idea we will take Eggman's unruly army and turn it against him. Just so, Master Zik. We will journey to their lands below. We will take command of these Zombots. We will use them to destroy Eggman, destroy Sonic, and destroy the world they have warred over for so long. Our vengeance will be merciless. Our victory, absolute. Back at the lab. The files said Eggman used the cacophonous conch to enslave the Zeddy, and that they were eager to turn on him. Zavok is planning to betray me the minute he steps aboard. But I've done my research, and being an avid collector of Eggman's paraphernalia means I'm already prepared. Take note, Eggman. This is how you do it. Next time, the battle for Spiral Hill Village. And that was issue number 23 of the IDW Sonic the Hedgehog comic series. Boy, I am winded because of the sheer amount of talking and hamming it up I did earlier. But I'm going to stick with the book here. This book, again, doesn't need to be said. We've said this every single issue since the infection has been getting worse. But needless to say, yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting so much worse. We almost saw Sonic go full Zombot for a second. He looked, his eyes were red for a second. Like, he almost went to it. This issue, I'm going to say this issue was more of a Starline one. This one, he wasn't truly the star, but he shined a lot in this one because, finally everybody's starting to question, or everybody's not questioning, but everybody was starting to wonder, how long was Starline's loyalty gonna last to Eggman? Because as far as we knew, he idolized Eggman, he found Eggman, big happy for him. But now, the more he's been alongside Eggman, it hasn't really been working out for him, has it? He's kind of seen through the veil now. The whole "don't ever meet your heroes" thing applies double to Starline, because now he's starting to see all the holes in Eggman's plans firsthand. All the flaws and everything he thought that Eggman wasn't able to plan for. Nope. All the obvious super stupid things that Eggman could have easily taken care of. So Eggman is a genius, but he doesn't plan in the long term. Well, it seems like Starline is the opposite. He's extremely intelligent and was able to plan ahead to the point where we all thought it was coming back. We thought that when the Zeddies were coming back, that he was gonna foolishly trust the Zeddy, not knowing, thinking that, they were just loyal to Eggman. And of course, why wouldn't they be loyal to Eggman? Because he's the best ever. No, he did research. Starline does research. He reads a lot. So he knows what the Zeddy are up to. He knows what they're... I just realized. Got a lot of glee. By the way, you guys like my Tangle and Whisper pins? If you all have not seen these yet, aren't these cool? Check it out. Got Tangle on one side. Wait. That's Tangle right here. Hopefully the camera shows it. Whisper on the other. Completely off subject, but I noticed the gleaming of the lights there. But anyway. Sorry. Tangent. What was I saying? Right. Starline does his research. I'm glad that he found the conch, which was a lost item from Lost World, because as we all know, Sonic kicked the crap out of that thing and just flew into the ether, like it flew into the horizon. We never saw it again. That explains what happens to that. Starline found it, and now he's going to use that on the Zeddy. So in a way, the Zeddy are kind of getting what's coming to them. Man, you know what? It's almost messed up in a way where the Zeddy are constantly in a state where if they're not being messed with, they're just kind of being left alone on their own. They're always getting enslaved, huh? Like, they're about to be enslaved again, and they're going to be mad. Like, I don't particularly care for the Zeddy one way or another. I kind of like a couple of them. I like Zaz, I like Zor. Zavok kind of grew on me in Team Sonic Racing a little bit with his hamminess. But the other ones are kind of forgettable. I hope they kind of make the other ones Zomnom, the fat one, and the girl, and the old man better. Like, I hope they have characters. Like, Zaz is just he's the insane rocker type. Zor is the emo type. He's just cracking constant depressing one-liners. And Zavok is the leader? Well, he's the leader, but we don't really know much about him other than he's kind of manipulative. I really want to see more Zeddy. I wonder how they're going to play into this. Oh, they're going to be so mad when... Oh, they're going to be so mad when Starline shows that he has that conch into, like, that son of a gun. They happen to us again? Oh, we're going to get you, Starline. Like, way to get them angry again. This is going to be great. What else? What did we learn from this? Really, this was more of a coming to terms with Sonic and Eggman. More Sonic kind of coming to terms with, like, he wanted to see the best in everybody. We see that now he sees, seeing Eggman face to face. Oh yeah, not everybody can be helped in that way, and it's like, it kind of sucks because you really kind of, like, you feel sad for Sonic. It's like, he was just trying to do the right thing. That's something right there that Knuckles would probably do, right? Because Knuckles is always, the whole thing is he's gullible, but he's not really. It's just that he sees the good in everybody, and that causes him to fall for a lot of stupid stuff. Sonic himself, I can see him trying to look into the best for everybody. But now we're looking into this now, and who's gone? Shadow, Vanilla, Vector, Omega's technically destroyed. Cheese, Chocola, Charmy. Did I say Vector already? I want to say I said Vector. Did I say Charmy and Vector already? I think I did. Yeah, it's like it's looking bleak. Like, and to top it off, we find out that despite Tails having a backup plan of Sonic having the wrist, having the watch on, Sonic destroyed it accidentally in the scuffle with Eggman, thus leaving them with absolutely nothing. They're back to square zero. It's like, oh my god. Like, the one shining ray of hope, and they took it from us.
Dang it. Frickin'. Ugh. Like, they couldn't just let us have one small moment. One moment. You couldn't do it, could you? Dang, the writers are brutal in this, man. They are brutal. They're really hammering home the point that this is going to be as dark as it gets, and it's like, I'm really feeling it. But where do we go from here? Like, that's always my question, is where do we go from here? And it's like, there's no right answer for this, because it's like, they're going to have to go back to Tango's village to help out Jewel. Hopefully she doesn't get zombotted. But where do they go from there? Like, there's no, the HQ has fallen. They have no place, no safe haven. Where can they go other than Angel Island, maybe? But like, going to Angel Island would be bringing trouble to Knuckles, and I'm pretty sure Knuckles doesn't want them up there. Though I'm pretty sure if all was left, you know, if it was left up to Knuckles, he wouldn't outright say, no, you're not coming up here. I don't care if you guys get zombotted, you're not coming up to this island. Knuckles is not that cruel, but at the same time, he's like, God dang it, I don't want you guys coming up here. Rouge is still MIA. We don't know where she went off to. God dang. You know, I'm starting to think the reason that that Shadow got infected, besides like Sonic teams, or who knows what the reasoning behind that was, because Shadow's kind of a fixer-upper. Like, he's kind of like the second best character to deal with this whole shenanigans, him and Silver, but Silver's off doing something else too. So it's like, man, yeah, not looking good. There's not many heroes left for us right now. And Blaze, a lot of people told me in the comment section last time that Blaze went back to her own dimension. Didn't catch that. That was my bad. So yeah, Silver's still here. Blaze is not. Blaze is back in her own dimension. So yeah, not looking great. I don't know what else needs to be said. We got a Sonic Adventure reference in there with the "Open Your Heart" lyric in there. We all have our own styles, and we won't change. Or some. Wait, what did he say? I can't remember what he said exactly. But point being, we got a Sonic Adventure reference in there. What else? Talked about Starline. Talked about Eggman, his relationship with him. Talked about the Zeddies. Talked about how Sonic's starting to lose hope, but still pushing through. Other than that, there wasn't particularly a lot that happened, other than kind of a get-together, if you will. That's not to say the comic was bad because nothing really important happened. This is kind of highlighting what's going to lead to the events with Starline and the Zeddy, and the Conch, and Eggman's kind of lax attitude about this whole thing, despite the fact that he should be taking this very, very seriously. What do you guys think of this book so far? What do you think is going to happen in future books? I guess the next one's coming out in February. That's a long time, man. I don't want to wait a whole extra month for the next book, but so be it if that's what it takes. I'm loving these books, man. Loving them. I like that Sonic almost infected Eggman by touching him. It's just like, that's such a thing Sonic would probably do, but it's like, that's kind of cruel even for him. He thought about it. Maybe he was actually going to do it, but, you know. Eggman was so high and mighty and smarmy and sassy, but the moment that infection came towards him, his tone changed real quick, didn't he? When he was cowering and stuff like that. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the Where Free Reactions for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And if you like the comic reviews, please let me know in the comments below. And also maybe become a patron. Help me out. You know, support the channel because, you know, as I said earlier, Kappa's coming for me. Maybe, I don't know. I don't consider myself kid-friendly. I say I'm family-friendly, which incorporates everybody, not just, I'm not aiming for children, but, you know, if you guys can, you know, pledge any little bit helps. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you all so very much for watching. For now, I'm going to go ahead and call it for this video. If I missed anything, again, let me know in the comments section. Again, and also, please don't post spoilers. I know people are reading ahead. Please no spoilers. I don't want to be spoiled. I want to read these as they come out. I like going to the comic book store and buying my little comic. Wow, has it been blurry the whole time? I haven't really been paying attention to the camera. I like reading my little comics and having a good time. So please don't take that from me. No, don't spoil in the comments section, y'all. Be kind to your fellow readers. And in the meantime, that's gonna do it. I'll see you all next time. Stay safe out there, everybody, and have a happy holiday season. Whatever it is you celebrate. I gotta say that because this is probably gonna be the last video for the holidays unless something comes out in the meantime. I'll see you all next time, so stay tuned. This video is sponsored and paid for by my two patrons, Hedge and Green. Thank you guys so very much for the support. If you guys would also like to show support for the channel, you can visit my Patreon at patreon.com/werewolfwolfie. Any amount you pledge is very much appreciated. Thanks for the support as always, guys. A link should be in the description below, or it should pop up on the video. Goodbye for now.